Ruadh is a legendary hero, fire element, druid class, and comes from the Plane Hunter family, where this family provides a bonus in the form of an increase in basic attack stats, and increases progressively for each hero from the same family used. Ruadh has the Aether power, namely Regen, where Ruadh regenerates 420 health over 6 turns. Judging from this initial assessment, we can see that Ruadh is counted as a defensive hero. Judging from his base stats, Ruadh has high base stats, especially defense and vitality stats, and he also has 2 types of passive skills. The first is status effect on special, where every time Ruadh casts his special skill, a random target who is hit will get Hunter's Mark, where this effect will make the target receive 150 damage over 3 turns. If a target already has this effect, the duration will be refreshed and the damage will be increased by 150, up to 1500 damage in total. The second passive effect, Special Skill Damage Reduction, where Ruadh has a 10% chance to negate minus 100% of the direct damage received from special skills. The effect of these 2 passive skills can be like to Sword and Shield, because on the one hand it increases the total damage that Ruadh can deal, while also giving Ruadh the opportunity to negate damage from the enemy's special skill. Combined with his slow mana generation, Ruadh will be quite good to use as an attacking hero in a defensive team. Judging from the skill effects, Ruadh has 5 skill effects. The first, second, and third skill effects are: Ruadh dispels buffs from all enemies, deals 350% damage to all enemies, and deals additional 15% damage per removed status effect, up to 500% damage in total. Judging from the effects of this skill, Ruadh is counted as a dispeller and opportunist damage dealer. Where Ruadh is clearly a counter and executor of buffer heroes, this is because the more buffs the enemy has, the greater the damage caused by Ruadh, even quite deadly, except when dealing with champion heroes. Fourth and fifth skill effects, all allies get plus 30% attack and defense, and a further plus 3% increase per each removed status effect up to plus 60% attack and defense in total, for 6 turns. Still related to the previous dispel effect, Ruadh can get an even bigger buff if many positive stats and buffs are removed from his enemies. Combined with his slow mana generation, Ruadh will be very good for filling tank and flank positions in defense formations. And for a Titan attack team, Ruadh is pretty good to use, aside from the relatively small attack buff effect. As for raid tournaments, Ruadh will be very good to use in various types of tournaments, especially in rush attack and buff boosters. Overall, I can say that Ruadh is a legendary hero from the Plains Hunter family who has quite strong attack and defense skills, especially when dealing with buffer heroes, as well as taunters. However, he also has a weakness, namely when facing heroes like Lazara, because he has a passive skill that can deal damage every time his opponent tries to dispel his buff using a special skill. And if Ruadh is combined with heroes who generate mana like Ludwig, Nautica, and Forsus, then Ruadh will become even more violent in battle. And if indeed there were no significant changes to Ruadh's skills during the beta process. So I can say that Ruadh is a very valuable hero and a must-have